You have learned the grammar. You know the vocabulary. You can write simple sentences. But when you speak, you feel like you sound like a robot, pronouncing every single word carefully and slowly. And when you listen to native speakers in movies or on podcasts, they talk so fast it sounds like one long, confusing word. What if you could practice sounding natural, clear, and confident, and finally understand the real music of English with a private coach who is available 24/7? Welcome back to Day 7 of the 10-Day English Challenge with AI. I'm your host, Scarlett. You have built an incredible foundation. Today, we train our ears and our mouths. We are going to turn your AI companion into a personal pronunciation and fluency coach. Our mission for Day 7 is to improve your listening and speaking skills. First, we will explore the powerful voice chat features inside your AI gym that let you practice speaking out loud. Second, we will learn 3 specific techniques to get feedback on your pronunciation, just like you would with a native tutor. And finally, for our language focus, we will unlock a secret of native speakers that will completely change how you listen and speak. Connected Speech. Part 1. Beyond Typing. The Power of Voice. Let's start by talking about a big truth in language learning. Written English and spoken English can sometimes feel like 2 completely different languages. The difference is the music of the language. This music is made of 3 things: pronunciation, which is how you say the sounds in a word; intonation, which is the rise and fall of your voice, like a melody; and rhythm, which is the pattern of strong and weak beats in a sentence. For self-learners, practicing this music has always been the biggest challenge. It's hard to know if you are saying something correctly without someone to listen and give you feedback. But now, that has changed. Inside your AI apps, like Gemini and ChatGPT, you will find a voice chat feature. It is usually represented by an icon of a microphone or headphones. Clicking this button is like opening the door to a recording studio inside your English gym. It allows you to speak to your AI and for it to speak back to you. This is a game changer. You no longer need a human partner to practice your speaking and get instant feedback on your pronunciation. Part 2. Your AI Pronunciation Toolkit. So, how do we use this amazing feature? I want to give you 3 simple but powerful techniques to use your AI as a pronunciation coach. Our first technique is the perfect model. Before we can speak correctly, we need to listen carefully. Your AI has a clear, standard accent that is a perfect model to learn from. You can ask it to say any word or sentence for you. Let's try it. You can give your AI this prompt. Can you please say this sentence for me? I need to practice my pronunciation. The AI will then generate an audio of that sentence. I want you to listen to it 3 times. The first time, just listen. The second time, pay attention to the intonation. Which words go up in pitch, and which go down. The third time, listen for the rhythm. Which words are stressed and strong, and which are weak and fast. Using the AI as your perfect model is the first step to improving your own sound. Our second technique is the feedback mirror. After you have listened, It's your turn to speak. The voice feature allows you to record your own voice. The process is simple. Listen to the AI say the sentence, then press the microphone button, and record yourself saying the same sentence. After you have recorded it, you need to ask for feedback. This is the most important part. You can use this powerful prompt. I just recorded myself saying that sentence. How was my pronunciation? Please tell me one thing I did well, and one mistake I made. Can you explain how to fix the mistake? This prompt is fantastic because it gives you balanced feedback. It tells you what you are doing right, which builds your confidence. And it focuses on just one mistake, so you don't feel overwhelmed. It then tells you exactly how to fix it. This is just like having a real, patient tutor. Our third technique is the word doctor. Sometimes, there are specific English words that are just very, very difficult to pronounce. A famous example is the word world. It can be a nightmare. When you find a difficult word, you can ask your AI to be a specialist. Use this prompt. I have a lot of trouble pronouncing the word world. Can you please provide the International Phonetic Alphabet, or IPA, for this word and explain in a simple way how to make the sounds? The IPA is a special alphabet, where each symbol represents one sound. It is a universal guide to pronunciation. The AI can show you the IPA symbols, and then explain the position of your tongue and lips. For example, it might tell you to start with the W sound, then move to the sound like in bird, and finish by putting your tongue up for the L sound and closing with a D sound. This technique is for when you need precise, expert help with a specific problem word. Part 3. Language focus. You are doing an amazing job. Let's move on to our language focus for day 7. First, let's look at our 10 new vocabulary words. Our first word is pronunciation. Pronunciation is the way in which a word or a language is spoken. For example, my goal is to improve my English pronunciation. Another example is, she has very clear pronunciation. Our second word is fluency. Fluency is the ability to speak or write a language easily, smoothly, and accurately. For example, practicing every day is the key to developing fluency. Another example is, he speaks with great fluency. Our third word is native speaker. A native speaker is someone who has spoken a particular language since they were a baby, rather than learning it as a foreign language. For example, we can use the AI to imitate the sound of a native speaker. Another example is, she learned Spanish from talking to native speakers. Next, we have feedback. Feedback is helpful information or criticism about an action or a person's performance. For example, the AI gave me some very useful feedback on my pronunciation. Another example is, I asked my boss for feedback on my project. Our fifth word is to record. To record means to store sounds or moving pictures so they can be listened to or watched again. For example, you should record your own voice to check your pronunciation. Another example is, she likes to record videos of her family. The sixth word is accent. An accent is the way people from a particular area, country, or social group pronounce words. For example, the AI can help you practice a standard American accent. Another example is, he has a strong Scottish accent. Our seventh word is intonation. Intonation is the way your voice rises and falls as you speak. For example, the intonation of a question is usually different from a statement. Another example is, her flat intonation made her sound bored. Next, we have rhythm. Rhythm in language is the pattern of stressed and unstressed syllables in a sentence. For example, English has a very different rhythm from Japanese. Another example is, the rhythm of the music made me want to dance. Our ninth word is to imitate. To imitate means to copy the speech or behavior of someone. For example, a great way to learn is to imitate a native speaker. Another example is, the little boy loves to imitate his father. And our final word is clear. Clear means easy to understand, hear, or see. For example, my goal is to speak with a clear and confident voice. Another example is, the teacher's instructions were very clear. Now for our special focus today, which is related to grammar and fluency. We are learning about connected speech and reductions. This is the #1 secret to understanding fast native speakers and to sounding more natural yourself. Native speakers do not pronounce every single word perfectly and separately. They connect words together and reduce sounds to speak faster and more smoothly. Let me show you some very common examples. We learn to say, going to. But in fast-spoken English, native speakers almost always reduce this to gonna. So, I am going to study becomes I'm gonna study. Another one is want to. This becomes wanna. So, I want to learn English becomes I wanna learn English. Here's another. What do you? This often gets reduced to whataya. So, what do you think becomes whataya think? Knowing about these reductions is like a superpower. For your listening, when you hear gonna or wanna, you will now understand what it means. And for your speaking, you don't have to use these reductions now. But just knowing they exist helps you understand the music of natural, spoken English. You can even ask your AI, what are some other common reductions in spoken English? Part 4. Practice tips for the 4 skills. To get the most out of your speaking practice, here are some extra tips. For listening, ask your AI to read a short paragraph to you. The first time, just close your eyes and listen. Don't try to understand every word. Instead, try to hear the melody, the intonation, and the rhythm of the sentences. For speaking, I want to teach you a powerful technique called shadowing. Find the audio recording of a simple sentence from your AI. Play the audio, and just a fraction of a second after it starts, you start saying it too. You are trying to speak at the same time, like a shadow. It is difficult at first, but it is one of the best exercises for developing fluency and natural rhythm. For reading, find a short text. Read one sentence out loud first. Then, ask your AI to say the same sentence. Compare your version with the AI's version. Did you stress the same words? Did your intonation go up and down in the same places? This is a great way to coach yourself. And for writing, after a speaking session, write down 1 or 2 words that you had the most trouble pronouncing. Then, write 3 different sentences using those words. This helps connect the sound of the word to its written form. Part 5. Your Day 7 Challenge. You have done an amazing job today, focusing on the difficult but important skills of speaking and listening. Let's finish up in Part 5. Let's quickly summarize our lesson. First, we learned how to use the powerful voice features of our AI to act as a personal speaking coach. Second, we learned 3 key techniques to get feedback: the perfect model, the feedback mirror, and the word doctor. And finally, we unlocked the secret of native speakers by learning about connected speech. We also learned 10 important words for this topic. Let's remember them: pronunciation, fluency, native speaker, feedback, to record, accent, intonation, rhythm, to imitate, and clear. Improving your pronunciation is a journey, not a destination. Nobody is perfect. The goal is to be clear and confident. Today, you learned how to practice. You now have a tool that can give you unlimited speaking practice and feedback, something that was almost impossible for self-learners just a few years ago. Now, it's time for your Day 7 challenge task. Your mission today is to use your voice. I want you to choose one simple sentence. It could be, "Hello, my name is," your name. Listen to your AI say it. Then, use the microphone to record yourself saying it. Finally, ask your AI for one piece of feedback on your pronunciation. After you are done, come back to the comments and write, "Day 7 complete. I used my voice." If you are committed to making this practice a part of your life, show your energy by smashing that like button. Be a hero for a friend by sharing this video with someone you know is shy about their speaking. And to lock in your commitment to this challenge, subscribe and smash that notification bell. You don't want to be late for your workout on Day 8. Tomorrow, on Day 8 of our challenge, we are going to learn how to use English for creative expression. We will explore how to use your AI to help you write interesting stories and professional emails. You don't want to miss it. I will see you tomorrow for Day 8. Keep up the fantastic speaking.